The Kanto region, home to a diverse cast of Pokémon, famous destinations, and legendary trainers. This spot is so beloved that it's been revisited a whopping 15 times across 5 generations. So, if you ever get the itch to explore Kanto again, it's only a matter of time until the Pokémon Company announces another project that will bring us back to its inaugural mainstay.
Kanto does seem to get a lot of love from its creators, huh? Given it was the region where so many fans, myself included, were introduced to the games, it makes sense that developer and player alike have such a strong attachment.
For me, what really makes Kanto special is its real-world inspiration. The original games were pretty limited. Small team, older technology, and yeah, they had their fair share of bugs. Looking back, it gave the overall experience a bland and unpolished feel. However, I feel that simplicity adds to its appeal. The real draw was always to collect and battle pocket monsters. With 151 to catch, inspired by everything from animals to plants to mythology, you can't help but be astounded by the creativity. But we'll leave our research on Pokémon roots for our other videos. Kanto itself is more than just an afterthought setting, though. It's a love letter from its creator, Satoshi Tajiri, with many fun details. For example, did you know that every city in this region is named after a color?
Really? Viridian, pewter, cerulean, vermilion, lavender? Wait, how was I today years old when I found this out? And you know, a palette is a tool used to paint with many colors. Some might even say that it is where one starts on their artistic journey.
There's beauty in the simple things. Each town pays homage to real-life Kanto in Japan as well, and it's the only region to share a name with its Pokémon World counterpart. Let me give you a quick glimpse to show you what I mean. Palette Town is based on Satoshi's hometown of Shimoda, a quiet seaside town nestled in the hills that even has its own laboratory, Shimoda Marine Research Facility. Viridian City is based on Hakone, a town with a view of Mount Fuji. Pewter City is based on Iwajuku, a city known for its geological history, and the Iwajuku Archaeological Museum. Cerulean City is inspired by Tsuchiura, a town centered around water. It has Japan's second largest lake, Kasumi Lake, and Suigo Bridge. Lavender Town is based on Ushiku, a morose town that contains the Ushiku Join, a multi-floor Buddhist statue that overlooks a large cemetery. Saffron City is inspired by Chuo City, a bustling hub in Tokyo with many businesses and corporations. Celadon City is based on Shinjuku, which contains many department stores and has a distinct forested park in its center. Vermilion City is based on Yokohama, which similarly has a coastline culture and is full of ships. Fuchsia City is based on Tateyama, a coastal town that shares a peninsula with the Minami-Bosu Ninja Village. And Cinnabar Island is based on Izu Oshima, which has the Izu Oshima Volcano Museum and an active volcano, Mount Mihara.
The aesthetic influences from the real world create a certain depth in each town. Additionally, looking at a map shows that the in-game geography matches up fairly consistently with the real Kanto, which is a nice touch.
All in all, Kanto seems like a region that's all about progress and modernization, which bring with it positive and negative consequences. On one hand, we see people and Pokémon thriving together and enriching one another's lives through battle and companionship. There is a thriving economy and developed infrastructure to make lives easier. On the other hand, the Safari Zone contains a number of Pokémon that are native to Kanto, but are no longer found anywhere else in the region, possibly driven out of their habitats by the encroachment of civilization. In later installments, we even see the Safari Zone has closed. We observe that poison-type Pokémon are the most abundant type in the region, most of which are linked to pollution. We even witness the development of the PC storage system and the revival of fossil Pokémon, both incredible feats of science, yet it makes me wonder about the ethics. Is it right to restrict a sentient creature to a digital storage closet just because someone no longer has use for it? Is it okay to bring back a creature millions of years old, only for it to live in an unfamiliar world? Would it even survive?
Humans do not have good foresight when it comes to consequences, particularly when short-term success has been achieved. It usually takes a drastic fall before people realize they have done something wrong and begin to reflect on their actions.
A scenario mirrored with the development of Kanto's strongest Pokémon, Mewtwo. A team of scientists were able to successfully clone the mythical Pokémon Mew after several failed attempts. They decided to not only clone Mew, but also tamper with its DNA in an attempt to make it stronger. Their cold and calculated venture was a success, and one that resulted in their demise as Mewtwo was uncontrollable and destroyed the lab along with everyone inside. Alas, there are consequences for all of our actions, and Kanto serves as a backdrop for both the good and bad aspects of industrial progression. Despite everything, it's a region that appears to march forward with the goal of uniting people with Pokémon and aims to make their lives together better, as it marks the start of so many journeys. It's important to remember that the games never set out to make a one-to-one recreation of the real Kanto. It was simply used to incorporate a sense of identity into them. I think that's what makes games so fascinating. You can create something completely fictitious and yet give it an immense amount of heart by rooting it in elements of reality. Art truly does reflect life, wouldn't you agree?